Video review.
The target's presence at the stake continues to be a stabilizing influence. He's largely responsible for the recent influx of weapons into the country in clear violation of the Joint Signatory Framework. His reputation as a dangerous arms dealer is well deserved. Orders are to terminate. Well, that didn't work out the way they planned. I'm still breathing and you're the one with malaria. You can tell them you tried, but that means fuck all, doesn't it? You're fired. You know it, and so do I. You had your shot, but now it's over. And since men like you only work for money, you're no longer my problem. You'll have to find something else to do with yourself now. What your old clients don't seem to understand is that they can't kill me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nobody kills me. Nobody.
The world of Far Cry 2 is filled with all sorts of nasty people, but the real star is the setting itself, a daunting 50 square kilometers of African landscape. Aside from providing the opportunity to soak up an amazing sunset, Far Cry 2's terrain brilliantly harmonizes with the first-person combat. With such a diverse landscape, all the environmental factors that go along with it, and a huge selection of weaponry, you're given a tremendous amount of freedom to approach each mission. And while the story feels like a bit of missed opportunity, the sheer amount of action, including solid online multiplayer, makes it hard to ever leave this African wilderness. Far Cry 2's story goes like this. You're a mercenary working for a client who sent you to an unnamed African nation engulfed in civil war, and your job is to take out a notorious arms dealer known as the Jackal. In order to find him, you'll need to begin working for various warring factions that the Jackal has armed so that you can trace the supply line back to your target. Complicating things is the fact that your character has malaria, which means you'll occasionally need to play nice with the non-violent underground, the only group with the medical connections necessary to keep your potentially life-threatening symptoms at bay. One unique thing about the story missions is the buddy system. Instead of just taking out a target, you have the option to earn extra reputation points by working alongside one of the game's various mercenaries you've befriended. This gives you a little more insight into these characters, but not much, and that's really par for the course. The main story is delivered in such a rushed, quick and dirty way that you never really feel involved in the game's overarching conflicts.
Find the team and destroy their gear. Then they are nice and screwed. Payments here.
So the story's a little disappointing for a 30-hour campaign in a really politically charged setting, but the game's overall structure makes it easy to forgive those shortcomings. It's very much a sandbox game where you can approach each side mission however you want and whenever you want. The great part about the side missions is how they give you these rewards that feed off the needs and progressing through the story in a really interesting way. You can assassinate people to earn diamonds to buy new guns and upgrade your safe house. You can take out weapon convoys to unlock new guns for purchase, and you can even deliver transit papers to refugees for malaria medication, and that'll keep your stamina and health up along the way. That freedom in choosing your mission extends to how you approach them as well, and that's where Far Cry 2 really shines. If your job is to take out a key figure hidden in a jungle camp, you'll want to wait until night and stalk him down with a machete under the cover of darkness. If it's a windy day and you need to take out a bandit outpost in the dry plains, you can start a fire from far away with a flare gun and let the breeze spread the fire toward them, finishing off the survivors with a sniper rifle. But watch out, weapons will show dirt, they'll jam, and they'll even break. You need to heal yourself in battle as well, like snapping a broken bone into place and yanking bullets out of your arm. This all gives the combat a really unique, sort of desperate and improvised feeling, which makes it a lot of fun. With so much ground to cover, you'll find lots of vehicles too, like SUVs, licensed Jeeps, riverboats, dune buggies, hang gliders, and lots of others. And all that ground that you cover looks really great. Maybe not as great as Crisis, but certainly a lot more diverse in its landscape. You'll see dense forests, rolling plains, arid deserts, rocky badlands, and even run-down villages. Adding more value to the game is the multiplayer, and while the gameplay modes are nothing we haven't seen before, the game comes with an intuitive but really robust map editor on all three versions. It's kind of hard to predict how well it'll be used by players, but it has all the potential in the world to add tons of life to the online side of Far Cry 2. Unlike the first Far Cry, this game will be available on all three platforms: PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. The PC one definitely looks the best, and that's the one that should be the first choice for anyone with a powerful rig, but you won't be disappointed by the console version by any means. No matter which system you pick it up for, Far Cry 2 is a great shooter that'll keep you lost in the wilderness for a long, long time.